Dawson and Tegan, this is a safe place. You are surrounded with family and friends.
We met Tegan through our job at Souse's. I was actually hired and trained up by a family friend who owned the business, and then I was given the task to train up new staff for his new store. And this is how I met Tegan and Amy. And we all hit it off pretty quickly. So we started in this new store in Inaloo, and yes, the Canadians did hear me right. There is a suburb in Perth called Inaloo, and it was the perfect place for us to work because the job was shit.
Yeah, choosing a brother can be pretty easy, but I did like to think the reason why he did choose me is because he knows how happy I am for him, how proud I am of him, but more importantly, how much he knows I appreciate the hell out of Tegan and what she's done for my brother.
And then lastly, I'm a really emotional guy, and I'm probably going to get choked up, even if I'm talking about Dawson.
We are gathered today to witness and celebrate the marriage of Dawson and Tegan. This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the next chapter in their lives together. Dawson and Tegan have spent years getting to know each other, and we now bear witness to what their relationship has become.
The only way I could let my boy go to the other side of the world to live was he was in her hands. And even more so after our first visit here, and I saw the incredible family that he got to join here. I could say, okay, if I can't have him, he should be here.
But I was pleasantly surprised to find Dawson well past his finger painting and crayon chewing years. After being away for 2 years in Vancouver, likely shaving years off her life and partially destroying her liver and kidneys, Tegan was able to convince Dawson to move back home with her and continue their life together. He's a welcome addition to our family, having no trouble joining in the gentle bullying and general shit talking over family dinners. I won't be as bold as saying that Tegan might not be as dumb as she comes across, but as far as picking a partner, she certainly made the right choice.
For those people that have travelled, particularly Dawson's parents, Corinne and David, and their partners Jim and Pippa, we've had the pleasure of meeting some wonderful people, and we can see where Dawson has got his good traits from.
Dawson and Tegan will mark their transition as a couple by celebrating the love between themselves and the love between us, including the love of their parents, siblings, extended family, and their best friends.
But then Amy had finished uni, Tegan was getting a bit restless for the next big thing, and the girls came up with this elaborate idea to head to Canada for a year. Woohoo! I was very happy for them and sad to see them go, but I had uni, I just met a nice fella, so I wasn't going anywhere, but they reassured me and said, and I'll do this in Amy's voice because I can't do it in Tegan's, Loz, we're going to go away and we're going to bring back Canadian boys.
I'd met Tegan obviously a few times at this point, but living with them really showed me kind of what a special connection that they had, and how they definitely were each other's person.
So it's really at your age that Pokemon fetish is a little disturbing. However, we're still very proud of the man that you've become. Again, my favorite.
Now, historically, wives were seen as a husband's properties, and daughters were often sold into wealthier and more affluent families to further the bloodlines. Marriage was nothing more than a legal transfer of ownership. Dawson, you're a good bloke, and I couldn't imagine anyone else I'd rather sell my sister to. I just need you to understand that we do not pay refunds or honour returns.
Do you, Dawson, take Tegan to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, in good times and not so good times, for richer or poorer, keeping yourself only unto her for as long as you both shall live?
I do. I do.
You hide it. You hide.
Tegan, do you take Dawson to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, in good times and not so good times, for richer or poorer, keeping yourself only unto him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
You deserve that.
And unbeknown to me, her journey was to find a partner. But when Tegan said to me, Dad, I'm going to go to Canada, I'm going to go on a working holiday, and I said, Tegan, we need to sit down and have a talk. So we actually went out for dinner, just Tegan and I. Tegan pulled out her folder with everything mapped out, because she knew exactly what questions I'd ask, and she had it mapped out beautifully. And she knew exactly where she was going, what she had in plan, but I wasn't aware of Dawson being picked up at that point. That must have been page 40 that I didn't read.
The romance between Tegan and Dawson started during our first job together on Grouse Mountain. Within the first few weeks, Tegan quickly caught Dawson's eye and we were invited to his New Year's Eve party. Mind you, Tegan even caught Dawson's attention despite our unflattering chef uniforms and Walmart shoes. The rest is history, and the relationship quickly blossomed.
Dawson, seeing you and Tegan together, I know you're meant for each other. I love to see how happy you are, Dawson, living with Tegan in Australia. I really feel like you found your happy place.
Starting now, we're breaking out, but I'm not living without you. This could be our one chance. We'll send a postcard when we're through.
I've known that Tegan was the right person for a very long time, and I knew I felt the same way. After a month, I told her, I think I know what you want to say. I'll say it first. As I love you, and Tegan, again, I love you, and for others situations it might feel fairly quick, but I think in that moment I knew I was never going to be leaving Tegan.
You want to see the sunrise, starry nights and endless seas. We're writing our own story. Let's go and make this what it's meant to be. Let's scream it out. Let's go and make this what it's meant to be. We'll get there together. We'll get there together. I'll meet you at the both arrive. Do you feel your heartbeat? Do you feel the warmth beneath your feet? 'Cause you're standing next to me, yeah. 'Cause you're standing next to me. Oh,
By the authority entrusted in me as an authorised marriage celebrant, I proudly pronounce you husband and wife. Dawson, you may kiss your bride.